Well, we're playoff bound, but in which round? Well, hello there everybody, welcome back to the channel. Dodgy Gamer here, and welcome back to episode 19 of Andorra, the double challenge, the Build a Nation challenge, in which I take over FC Andorra and the Andorra national team and try to make both of them forces in world football. So we are back for the final game of the regular season in the Spanish Second Division B2 group. And look at that, we're top of the pile. We're a point ahead of our nearest rivals, Atletico Bilbao B. They are the only team that can stop us from getting top spot. However, I say top spot and not champions because that's not really how it works down here in the Spanish Second Division B. Even if we top the group, we're not guaranteed to get promoted. We're still going to have to go through playoffs. So I think topping the group is going to get us some kind of recognition as group winners, but there's still going to be work to do. Now, I can't show you in the current season because the playoffs haven't become active yet. So I'm going back to last season's table just to attempt to explain how the Spanish Second Division B playoff system works. You see here there are actually three sets of playoffs. First phase playoff, the second phase playoff, and the relegation playoff. We don't need to worry about that last one. The first phase playoff, this is basically the four group winners go together and they have a knockout semi-final, two teams advancing to the final. Now, if we win, if we get into this round, of course, the teams that win are automatically promoted, and then I guess the final is just to kind of decide who's the champ. However, in Champions League to Europa League style, the losers of the semi-final drop down into the second phase playoff. This is made up of the teams finishing second through fourth across the four groups, so 12 teams in total. They play a first round, 6 teams advance. They're joined by the two losers from the first phase playoff to make 8 teams, and then they go into a final round with 2 further teams getting promoted. So if I've explained that clearly, and I hope I have, it's in our interests today to hold on to that first spot, that top spot, because then we could just potentially be one playoff round away from promotion, and then even if we lose, we've got a second chance, a little safety net of going into the other playoff pool. The good news is we're playing Sestao, as you see, struggling down in 18th place. They still have a chance to escape, but it's a slim one. They would be relying on results going their way, particularly with Baracaldo. Atletico Bilbao B have a tough one. They're away to Calahorra, who are pursuing that final playoff spot. So how did we get here? Well, let me talk you through quite a few league games, which you skipped out on. The last FC Andorra episodes, of course, have focused on our mini cup run. So the final episode was Valencia in the Spanish Cup. Make sure you check that out if you haven't done so already. And also the match against Granada, our giant killing run. Now you'll see, around the time we were playing in the cup, league form suffered a little bit. We had, we only picked up 1 point from 3 games, defeat to Real Irún, a draw to Arandina, and a heavy home defeat to Atletico Bilbao B. That could come into play today because if we finish level on points with Atletico Bilbao B, the tiebreaker is head-to-head results. I think the only way, they're a point behind, so the only way we could finish level on points is if we lose and they draw, but that's not a situation we want to be in. So we'll be chasing the win, make sure we better Atletico Bilbao's result and hold on to first place. But after that defeat to Atletico Bilbao B, you'll see we went on a run. We haven't lost since. In fact, we've only dropped 6 points. We've had 3 draws since then. Everything else wins. You'll see, looking down there, we've ground out a lot of 1-0 wins. We've had 2-0 wins as well. We've really, we tightened up the defence. We've really been grinding down teams and just grinding out those results. It's like Alan Hansen used to say back in the day. It's the sign of a championship-winning potential team to play badly and still get a 1-0 win. You'll notice our run also included an incredible 9 games in a row without conceding a goal after that Atletico Bilbao B game, finally broken by Cornelia, the bottom team in the league, of course. It always happens like this. We also dropped points against Getso. They're a bit of a bogey team for us, what can I say? But anyway, to go through the results, remember Simon was injured around this time, our star striker, top scorer, and my backup striker was also struggling for fitness, so I brought in Hector Zarzana, who you will know from the Andorra national team, I'm sure. 18 years old, a regen coming through our youth academy. He's been banging in the goals for Andorra, 7 goals and 12 caps there, and he's starting to bang them in for the first team as well. He took to the first team like a duck to water. He scored the winner, the only goal against Ebro, who were 4th or 5th, just a couple of places below us at the time. We then had a tough 1-0 win to Hospitalet. That was Vallejo scoring off a corner. Then the biggest win we've had all season, a 5-0 thrashing of Lleida, and Zarzana got 4 goals in that game. 4 goals, look at that. 2 goals right before half-time, 1 goal on the hour, and 1 goal on 71 minutes. We completely destroyed them. Zarzana was imperious, leading the line. Back to the ground-out away 1-0 win against Fuenlabrada, who are currently 3rd and were still in title contention at the time. Carlos Isaac, the right-back, getting up to score that goal. Then Atletico Pamplona B, who have been playing pretty well this season. Zarzana, again, with a goal. Mojar making sure of the 3 points. After a bore draw against Espanyol Bay, we went to Tudelano. Simon was back in the team by this time, returned to scoring ways. Also Perez, the young Andorran winger, and Ziscu Martinez got on the score sheet. Calahorra, we really ground out a result there. Again, it's another away 1-0 win, and Calvillo with the penalty being the only goal in the game. And Baracaldo, again, it was Vallejo, who've been working on the corners. He came up, banged it in with the top of his head. The very encouraging thing throughout this run, if you think back to last season, and even earlier in this season, there were so many times we were dropping points, we were drawing games or losing games because we were conceding in the last 5 minutes or in stoppage time. That just wasn't happening in these games. We were shutting them up really well, shutting up shop. This was the one game where that didn't really happen. This was crazy. Cornelia, bottom side in the league. They had a man sent off. You're thinking, oh, great, we're going to win this. Then they scored early in the second half. We managed to scrape an equaliser. It was not a good game at all, but we were allowed a little blip. Sabadell came and we beat them. Munoz and Simon getting on the score sheet that day. And then another 1-0 win against Egea. It was Rivarola with a penalty yet again, grabbing us the points. Vallejo, he got an early goal for us against Getzo. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the win on that day. And then we played Harrow, and it was Calvillo, Munez, and Rivarola with another penalty getting the goals. So on to the match then. We're sticking with our 4-2-3-1, which has served us so well up to this point throughout this great run. We've got Simon up front. We've got our young Andorrans on the left, Perez and Hernandez. Banu's in goal, who of course has kept so many clean sheets this season in that run. Perez and Vallejo, they've keeping Echeardi out of the team at the moment, who's a more experienced centre-back, but they've been playing well. Rivarola, Munoz and Cortina in the middle. Calvillo and Isaac on the right. Into the dressing room then, and we're going to tell the team. Assistant manager says tell them they can clinch the title. I'm not sure I want to go with that. Do it for the fans. They never react well to that. I would say, recent form has Sestao down in the doldrums. We're not. Let's show them why. Little sprinkling of you've got what it takes. Let's skip the tunnel interview and get to the action. And we're off. Let's see. I don't know. Should I have the results up elsewhere? Yes, let's do that. But before we look at those results, first highlight of the day. It's coming forward. It's Simon with the ball to Cortina. We're playing that patient game. We get it out wide to Isaac. Isaac to Vallejo. Back to Isaac. A nice little bit of back and forth. Sestao. Oh, all the way back to the keeper. Okay, fair enough. Okay, it goes forward. Cortina's got it. It comes to Calvillo. Calvillo shoots. We've got the corner, though. Could this be the first goal? Because, of course, if we win, doesn't matter what Atletico Bilbao are doing. Munoz gets dispossessed on the edge of the box. Oof. Well, no goals anywhere yet, it would seem. Atletico Bilbao Bay, Calahorra is 0-0. So, not a very goal-tastic day in the Spanish 2nd Division B2. Ooh, corner for Sestao, we do not like. Oof, that nearly was a disaster for us. I'm not happy with your performance. That's what I'm going with. Munoz is feeling nervous, apparently, so I'm calmly going to tell him, I know you're capable. Listened keenly. All right, and I'll tell Riverola that he's been rubbish. Not happy with your performance. Now he's fired up. Well, still 0-0 in Calahorra Atletico Bilbao Bay as we approach the hour mark here. It's our ball. Munoz has it. Plays it out to Isaac. Beautiful little ball along the line to Calvillo. Calvillo, he's got the beating of his man. He knocks it into Perez. Oof, just wide with the header. Couldn't quite direct it. Good effort. Ooh, Hernandez has gone off injured. I hope that's nothing too serious. What do they think is potential foot injury? Well, Paxterman comes on. We'll tell him you've got what it takes. He seems motivated. That seems good. All right, Isaac with the throw in. Oh, Munoz is dispossessed, but Vallejo picks it up. Let's just keep calm here, boys. Don't need to panic. Perez whips in the cross, and it's Calvillo with his 6th goal of the season. 1-0. We could be on our way to the first phase playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. Perez, beautiful turn. The fullback's nowhere near him. Plays in the perfect cross. Right across the line of defenders. Calvillo gets round the back. A lovely goal. Ooh, and Atletico Bilbao B are losing. It's an own goal they've scored. Calahorra, I haven't made any substitutions. There I am. Trophy aloft. Doing the old lap of honour. On the pitch. We're a bit slow. We should be doing the whole run and slide thing. Come on. Well, congratulating the team. Some of them still look nervous. I don't know why they would look nervous after the match. Well, there we have it. We've topped the table. 4-point difference in the end. Yeah, Atletico Bilbao just collapsed. They couldn't get back into it. There's the news. We've clinched it in the one news item. We won it in another news item. I'll take them both. Ooh, Hernandez will not be featuring in the playoffs, unfortunately. Twisted ankle, out for 4 to 5 weeks. So that's basically the rest of the season. Record high finish for us. Absolutely fantastic. Dodgy Gamer leads FC Andorra to glory. The board are happy, of course, Mr. Shy. He's a shy guy. Ooh, the records keep coming. 24 matches won in the season. New record for the club. Record low number of defeats. Oh, here we go. It's the draw for the first phase playoff semi-final. So it's us. Leonisa, the B1 winners. Atletico Madrid B, the B3 winners. And Las Palmas. I've got no idea who would be better or worse, really. So Las Palmas play Leonesa, which means FC Andorra, Atletico Madrid B. Alright, so that's coming up in 11 days. Oh, so we get a bit of a rest. So, can you guess what our next episode's going to be? I think it's going to be a double header. It's going to be both legs of that playoff against Atletico Madrid B. How do you rate our chances? Do drop me a comment to let me know. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Please hit that like button if you've enjoyed today's episode. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm Dodgy Gamer. And I'll see you in the playoff first phase, semi-final first leg. Yes.